Heidi ho neighbors, Rado Goji here, and welcome back to Let's Play Kamen Rider Climax Heroes OOOs. This time around we're going to be using Agito again, but with his support attack, battle style. Now I actually had tried this before, or at least partially got into it before I found out that the capture software was dropping frames like crazy. And it has something to do with my fridge going through its defrost cycle or something like that. Its chilling cycle, because it's not dropping any frames now, and, you know, my fridge is doing something. So yeah, I am kind of, I'm not looking that much forward to fighting as Agito again, because apparently I'm not as decent as I thought I was with him. As you saw last time, we had to go 6 rounds against Dark Kabuto before actually spamming the finishing attack would work. And we're actually fighting Zeronos this time, first off, so hopefully we won't have to go up against Dark Kabuto come to the end of the game. Now, there is something I do want to talk about, and that is my recent infrequency of updating. Quite frankly, I haven't been able to get on the computer a lot lately, due to the fact that at this point I technically kinda-ish have 2 jobs, because my main job, because of the way things are, or the way things are going, I'm not getting a lot of hours, so I don't really have, like, you know, a second job like where I work, but I'm, like, you know, helping out my mom with her sewing business, like because my brother started doing that a couple months ago when he lost his job. So I figure, you know, hopefully that would be at least a temporary solution for me. And yeah, that's going pretty well for me, but that means that Monday through Friday I'm pretty much going to be booked all day, and I'm not going to be able to find the time afterwards to record 3 different games at once. So basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm basically going to restrict myself to updating 1 video of my main LPs per day. So for example, today you're going to see Climax Heroes. Tomorrow, you know, and this is all, of course, according to if I can get some time on the computer, because I've been, you know, decade. Anyway, I have been, you know, not being on the computer quite a bit, and it's mainly because I've been, you know, I'm doing other things, you know, watching movies, or, I mean, I'm not trying to overly shirk my Let's Play duties, I guess you could say. I'm just saying, I'm trying to, I have my other priorities straight now, but I am trying to, you know, get around to getting on the computer to record some. So in order to make it a little easier on me, like, I'm going to alternate through my main LPs with one video for each of them. So I'm not going to be doing Baldur's Gate, Zelda 2, and Kamen Rider all in one day. Like, today will be Kamen Rider, tomorrow will be Baldur's Gate, the next day will be Zelda, and even then I can't guarantee that I'm going to be able to update every day because of how busy I am. As far as Deadly Premonition goes, that's all pre-recorded beforehand, so I still have 3 videos of that to post. So I'll basically post those whenever, you know, along with whatever I post that day, if I have one available. So like today, along with this part of Climax Heroes, you're going to see, I'm also going to be posting up part 3 of Deadly Premonition. And tomorrow and Friday will be parts 4 and 5 for Deadly Premonition. That's apparently that's currently all I have as far as that goes. It's just the 5 parts at the moment. Again, Deadly Premonition will not be a regularly updated LP, because I have to coordinate that with my friend, and you know, I don't know what days he's going to be available along with my days. I know he doesn't work on Thursdays and Sundays, I think it is. As it is, I'm working Thursdays now, and I can't guarantee that I'm going to be off every Sunday, because even though I don't work Saturdays or Sundays for my mother, I still might be working that way with the my, I guess you could say, main job. Actually, here's something I forgot to show off, was the finisher. Agito goes into burning form and does his burning bomber attack. I'm still kind of getting over my cold. It's not really bad right now, but, you know. Okay, so... yeah. So it's basically only going to be, on average, one video a day from here on out. At least for now. If I ever have a day where, you know, if I'm like off on a Saturday or a Sunday, and I have the time, I'll go ahead and, you know, maybe I might record some stuff, like more than one game that day and post all of it. But as far, definitely Monday and Friday is going to be only one video per day, unless I have Deadly Premonition available. Then I'll go ahead and add in a Deadly Premonition update as well. So, like, you know, today's going to be Kamen Rider and Deadly Premonition, tomorrow will be Baldur's Gate, Deadly Premonition, Friday will be Zelda 2 and Deadly Premonition, and then, well, I'm not working Saturday as far as, you know, they might call me in or whatever. That's the summon right there, what I just did. But, you know, if I have time, right now all it's scheduled is Kamen Rider for that day, but I might record some Baldur's Gate or Zelda 2 and put that up as well. But, you know, just let you know how it is at the moment. Okay. Now I've got my head in the game here. Sort of ish. Oh. That was kind of unexpected there. This is Faiza's Blaster Form finisher. We'll be seeing it later, of course, but... yeah, we'll be seeing it later, of course, but, yeah. You know, when we play as Faiz, but... I can't stop I really can't stop the computer every time from using it, so... Sorry, my mind is just not here today. So my commentary is sucking. I really don't mean for it to do that. And I haven't been using my finisher at all. I'll probably make this go by a little quicker, because I'm heading up on 10 minutes now, and I'm only on my fourth fight here. There's Kamen Rider Knight, I guess, introducing who we're going to fight, even though we've seen most of these already. I think we've seen everyone at least once. Actually, we haven't seen G3X yet. I mean, we're going to be playing as G3X in the next part, but... You know what I'm saying. We haven't seen him yet, as an opponent. We've seen everybody else, though, I think. We haven't seen Axel either, I don't think. Yes, we have. We've seen Axel. Oh, well. We also haven't seen our third, big boss guy yet. So, yeah, Agito, I'm not as good at... I guess I'm not as good with him as I thought. Considering that last time was an utter travesty. In fact, I think it's pretty much okay because I don't have any form changes that I have to save up for. It's not too bad of an idea to just go for the finisher, just to shave some time off here. Like I said, like I said before, you know, this is kind of meant to go into one big part, but I want to try to keep the time down as much as possible there, because that way I don't have to sit through as much of it when I have to edit it. I'm fairly sure that there are a lot of people who don't want to sit through a whole half hour. Well, then some of you do. I think I haven't seen any complaints about them being too long. I haven't seen a lot of comments at all, so I don't get a lot of comments on my videos, I notice. But I'm not a big popular guy, so I don't expect to get like 50 million comments on every single one of my videos. I'm not like a lot of the people I like, you know, all the Let's Players that I subscribe to, who get like 50 million comments on all their videos, like in the first 5 minutes. I keep forgetting to take advantage of that too. That's one of the main things I use these summons for, is to get me out of combos like that. Now, I don't see why it initiated, you know, the Ryuga song for the Climax thing, because I'm fairly sure that I got him down to low health before he did to me, so... I really wasn't paying too much attention to the life bars, so I might be wrong, but... I think I remember his going down into the red before mine. Yeah, the drop frames are being kept to a minimum, so I'm not too worried about this right now. It definitely has something to do with my fridge being active. Sometimes when my fridge is active like that and it kicks off, it'll kick me off of Xbox Live if I'm, you know, on my Xbox. But because I kind of did part of a test recording thing earlier, and it was dropping frames like crazy. And the first time I attempted to record this, I got to the end of the first fight, and it was at like 100-something dropped frames, and I'm like, yeah, that's not good. That's like, you know, half the footage is being dropped. Whereas here, at least as far as my commentary is concerned, well, okay, recorded. Yeah, we're a little over 13 minutes, only 36 frames have been dropped, so... I think I found what the problem is. It's my fridge. I like having a fridge, though. It's nice to have a place to keep drinks cool. I got that fridge like, oh lord. 5 years ago for Christmas. Something like that. Well, we've seen Knight and Ryuga in a row, no less. Maybe, the last final boss character that we haven't seen yet will be there, because he's from Ryuga as well. And I know those of you who played the game already know who he is, but for those of you who haven't played it yet, and who are familiar with Kamen Rider, at least Kamen Rider Ryuga, might give you some sort of a hint as to who that might be. And I don't mean Odin. We already faced Odin twice before. But yes, two of the boss characters are from two of the boss characters the final boss characters are from Ryuga, which is odd. I mean, you know, there are other like Dark Riders in the game, like, you know, Negadeno is in the game, and he's not in there. He's not one of the final boss characters. That was bad timing for the tornado there. Oh, survive form. That's something I'm going to be dreading when we get to that part as Ryuga. We don't have the ability to use a survive form at this point. We only have the ability to summon Drag Rider as a support attack. but I am not good with survive form, and we'll see that when we get to that point. I think I might, practice with survive form a bit, but overall, not looking forward to fighting things with survive form Ryuki. I'm not very good with survive form Knight either for some reason. Do we have another one before we have our final boss guy? Yeah, we got Kiva. But we should definitely have our final boss right after we're done with Kiva. So what else is going on? Yeah, I've been kind of like, I don't know why, but I've kind of felt like I've been putting off Baldur's Gate before. I mean, I've been recording it frequently enough, considering my schedule. But, Baldur's Gate, I'm pretty much at I mean, I was looking forward to doing the Nashkel Mines, but now I'm pretty much, at the slow bit afterwards, where I'm just, exploring areas and getting stuff before I go on with the plot. And, Baldur's Gate does seem to drag on at points. I mean, I still love the game to death, but it does drag sometimes. I guess all RPGs do. You have those null spots with no story. Whether it's due to grinding or just exploring or whatever. And then, of course, there's Zelda 2. Which I've pretty much learned I can really only play it in 15-minute... I can really only play in 15-minute sessions before I start going crazy. I'm kind of surprised that I've beaten the first palace in the first 2 parts. I mean, it really isn't, all that improbable if you think about it. I mean, there really isn't much you can do before you go to the first palace, but... Mainly, the main thing keeping me going with Zelda 2 is that I know that once I'm done with that, I'm done with the part I would really hate most about Zelda. And, once I'm done, I'm going to go on to Link to the Past, so... That's the main thing that's keeping me going with Zelda 2, is, once I'm done, I don't have to worry about it anymore, and, we got a Link to the Past coming up. So that's always good. Because A Link to the Past is one of my favorite Zelda games. And as I mentioned before, the first 2 games are really a hurdle for me because I don't like them. I don't particularly like them. The first one is okay, I was just getting really, really tired of it, haunting me. And it took me 20 parts to beat it. Probably would have been less than 20 if we had the 15-minute time limit the entire time. But, oh, here we go. Our third final boss is Ryuga. And Ryuga is, he's not as hard as Dark Kabuto, so... I'm not saying that we're in the clear, I'm just saying that this probably won't be nearly as bad as Dark Kabuto was. I'm hoping. Again, the game's been full of surprises so much so far, and I thought I was fairly decent with Agito and Trinity form, but, I guess between the delay and the fact that the computer had decided to start using its, clock up a lot, who knows? Again, I can't really say what this battle will hold for the future. I mean, I'm not psychic or anything like that. I don't seem to be doing too badly against him, which is, fair enough. Sorry about that. My mom came home with food, like a little while ago, but I've been recording, so, He's coming in basically telling, yes, I know that there's food. Okay. But like I said, actually this doesn't seem to be going as badly as Dark Kabuto was. Again, Dark Kabuto didn't actually start off that badly. Granted, that would have helped. The tornado would have helped. Actually, the main thing I've been doing the past few days, instead of being on the computer, was I've been watching Sliders on Netflix, and believe it or not, the idea to watch Sliders came to me in a dream. I kid you not. In my dream, I was watching Sliders on Netflix. And then the next morning, I decided, you know, I should watch Netflix, and watch Sliders on Netflix. And it looks like we've beaten Ryuga with little to no difficulty. Absolute contrast from Dark Kabuto. And I'm not complaining one bit. This is actually going to be a bit of a shorter part this time. Okay. Wow. We unlocked Fize's blaster form to watch. Fize's blaster form thingy to watch in the gallery mode, the finisher rather. I already unlocked the burning form finisher for Agito last time because you just have to see it in the game in order to unlock it. But yeah, I've been watching Sliders. And that's pretty much what I've been doing, and I also want to, you know, get more into playing Star Trek Online because, you know, I signed up for that again. I want to be playing it. And only 54 dropped frames. That's great. So that does it for this part. That went extraordinarily well. So I don't know. Maybe it was just out with bad luck with Dark Kabuto last time. But now that we're done with Agito, for the moment, next time we'll go on as Kamen Rider G3X. So that should be a little interesting because, well, I'll tell you why that should be interesting next time. I've been Rado Goji, and I'll be here next time. Join me, won't you?